Yay. I need to turn it up. And I want to go live. Hmm. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes to refresh your on. On. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Hmm. Okay. 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 Ooh, maybe not. I'm gonna have to keep this in my hand, y'all. I have to keep this in my hand. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. All right. It says that we are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Let's Talk with Carolyn radio show. So, um, today's topic is on erectile dysfunction. Y'all may say, Carol, you're a female. How you going to be talking about some man subject and you a female? That's simple. I am in the healthcare industry. I teach. I teach this stuff to my students. Hey. So this is what I noticed, and this is what I want to say. Some people may not be okay with my topics, and you may say, you know what, Carol, that's inappropriate. And if you're one of those people that feel like the topics that I pick for my broadcasting shows, my radio show, and the Women's Closet TV show, and my I Am My Sister's TV show, if you're not okay with those topics, I'm okay with you unfriending me, because the topics that I select are carefully selected because they are meant to help someone that those topics apply to. If it don't apply to you, it's okay, because there's somebody that you know that it does apply to. That's why I always put in there share broadcast, because we never know who we're helping. So I wanted to get that out there first, because I notice stuff. I might not say nothing. I just wait and see because I'm very observant, but I just wanted to put that out there. Yes, I am in the healthcare industry, but I teach this stuff. I'm also a broadcaster. Broadcaster Broadcasters give information to the community. That's it. We give information that is going to be informative and benefit the community. If it's internet streets community or the physical community, like back there community. Okay, so I'm going to get vocal and I'm going to be showing some pictures. So y'all may say, hey, so some of y'all, I'm going to say this, ladies, this is not just for the men. And I'm going to tell you why. When there was a time in my past that I was an adult toy educator, that's as professional as I can put it, way before I became a licensed massage therapist. There were women who had a concern. They had a concern about their loved one, their husband, their boyfriend, their side dude. But their concern was he has issues. Like he has issues. They would never say it out in public, you know, around other women. But when it was time for them to place their order, they would be very, very open. And in this business, it's all about, in that business, it's all about privacy. That woman's privacy and what she's telling you is confidential. It is. And behind the privacy of ordering, they would let me know, like, this is what's going on. What do you have that could help him? And there are some things that could help. So fast forward to now I was in the healthcare industry back then, but I was also adult toy educator. So fast forward to today, erectile dysfunction is advertised on TV, like literally all day long. I know the times that I do watch TV, when I'm not reading a book, I see those commercials. And if it's okay for those commercials to run almost all day long on erectile dysfunction, what's the problem with me educating on it? I'm not supposed to because I'm a female, but I teach the reproductive system to my students. That includes the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. In the male reproductive system, we talk about the penis. It is what it is. So let's get down to erectile dysfunction. So erectile dysfunction is when there is a reason, an origin, a cause of why the blood flow is not getting to the penis. Men, some men, ladies, because I'm talking to you ladies too. Some men are embarrassed by it. Now, I believe it was not so much as last year, but maybe the year before that, I did a episode, either it was on the Women's Closet TV show or it was on the Let's Talk with Carolyn radio show. I did a episode on erectile dysfunction, and I had my guest give his input because my guest he has ED. My guest did. So here we are again. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because we already know about the medications. Some medications work for men, some medications don't. Now, recently, scientific study, evidence-based proof, there is a more naturopathic way of helping men who have erectile dysfunction. So what I wanted to do first, in case y'all didn't know, is I'm going to tell you exactly what, well, I already did, what erectile dysfunction is. Then I want to talk about this alternative treatment that seems to have some success with men. So, ladies, if your man has erectile dysfunction, and I'm not saying put it out there for everybody to know, but that's something that's private between you and your man. This information that I'm giving you today, take this information and share it with him, because it may be a solution for him if nothing else has worked. So I know how we can get as women. When we can't get what we want and it's in the moment and he can't perform, you get mad. So now you don't have to get mad, because I'm giving you some information that has been scientifically backed and proven to be effective based on his health condition. Based on his health condition. Okay? So I want to talk about 3 known medications first. That is Levitra, Cialis, and Viagra. Most men know about Cialis and Viagra because those are the 2 most common TV commercials that come on TV all the time on TV. Levitra, not so much. So I want to tell you about what they do. So you have Cialis, Viagra, and Levitra. They all do one thing in common. They increase the blood flow to the penis. Good. However, they all got side effects. So I want to tell you what those side effects are. And you'll know if your man has tried any of these pharmaceutical drugs that have side effects, because you know which ones he tried. More than likely, you went out there and bought them. Okay? So, headaches, stomach ache, flu-like symptoms, sore throat, blurred vision, dizziness, back pain, diarrhea, nausea, low blood pressure, loss of hearing, and ringing in the ears. So these are just the most common side effects. There are other side effects as well. There's other side effects. There's a lot of them, but I just listed the most common side effects. Okay. So with Cialis and Viagra, one lasts a little bit longer than the other because of the hours. So for the Viagra, that stays in the system a shorter period of time than Cialis. I mean, he maintain or can get an erection up to 4 to 6 hours, whereas with Cialis is 18 hours. Why would somebody want to stay erect for 18 hours? I have no idea. But this is what the medication does. This is prescription meds, and they do cost a pretty penny. They cost some money. Now I want to share with you, what do I want to do first? I'm going to split it in half. I want to tell you about a naturopathic, evidence-based, all-natural alternative that men are taking a look at and are getting. If you're saying, how the hell does she know this? I went to the facility because I wanted to know. It's just that simple. I did an episode on it. There's new treatment and alternative treatment. It's in the healthcare industry. And in some cases, because I did ask this question, I asked about this new treatment. I asked, is it covered by health insurance? And they told me sometimes, but not all the time. Like if a man comes in there voluntarily to get help, no, it's not. But if he didn't come in there on his own voluntarily and he was referred or recommended or whatever, it may be covered by insurance. Now, the reason why I asked wasn't it covered by insurance, because I saw some CPT codes. I know what CPT codes is. It has to do with insurance. I do with insurance. So because I saw CPT codes on a document, I asked, is it covered by insurance? And it's like, not if they come in here on their own. But if they don't, and they were, why is this not staying up? And they were recommended, it may be covered by insurance. That's what the CPT code's for. I was just asking questions, being nosy and stuff. So anyway, this alternative treatment, let me say this about naturopathic medicine. Naturopathic medicine finds the root cause of what's ever going on with the person. They find what is causing the problem. Then after that, the professionals, after they find the root cause of the problem, they choose the safest and most effective treatment plan for that specific health condition. Okay, I just want to get that out the way so y'all understand where I'm going. Now, the name of this treatment is called Focused Linear Compression Therapy. Alternative or natural, it is non-invasive. I saw the machine, y'all. I was really being nosy. So what that does, it is a scientific proven procedure that increases blood flow, stimulates stem cell growth, and improves sexual performance. And according to these professionals, they have I think he said like a 96 or 97 success rate with the men that come to their facility. With that kind of a success rate, I can see why men is going to the facility. And when I was there was some ladies that was also with their husband or whoever they were with. There was some ladies they was there too, being a support person. How is it done? So what I asked as far as how it is done is, it is pulse energy waves to open up and repair blood vessels and increase blood flow to the penis. Now, this is what they do in order to do that. They do some tests first, and they do a Doppler test. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me see something. Hold on a minute. Let me do this. Hi, Renee. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in with me. Hi, Ernest. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in with me. I had to see y'all. Okay. So they do this Doppler test. And what they do is they put ultrasound gel and a Doppler, and they test 3 areas. One, they test the pulse on the femoral artery. And what they're listening for is how strong it is. Now, they had specific numbers for it, but they put it in a layman term that I can understand, when, like, from 0 to 10. They have these other numbers, but they put it in the universal scale form where I can understand and relate to the numbers that they was talking about. So once they did that, they put the Doppler where the femoral artery is, near the groin area. And then after they do that, they listen. There's 2 other places where they put the Doppler and the ultrasound gel and the Doppler. It's 2 other places. So I pulled out one of my anatomy and physiology books so I can give y'all a visual of what I'm talking about, because if I say it, y'all gonna like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to attempt to stand up a little bit so y'all can have an idea of what I'm talking about. Maybe I could, let me see. So I'm going to try this. I don't know. I'm gonna push my desk in so y'all can see. So now I'm standing up, right? I don't know, meant for y'all to see that, but right in here is where they put the Doppler at, right in there. Okay. Now, and they're listening for pulsation, blood flow. Now I'm gonna show you some pictures, and so here we go. All right, I need a pen. I need something. Can y'all see this? All right. Right. Let's say he's laying down. Let's say he's laying down on the table. Okay. Right up underneath here, they'll ask him to lift the scrotum up, and they will place the Doppler somewhere in here. And they do that on the left and right side. Arteries are there. So they are putting the gel and the Doppler where the arteries are on the left and right side in that area. And they're listening for the blood flow. If the pulsation is barely where you can hear it, and it's a low number, he's a candidate for the focus linear, what is it? Focus linear compression therapy. And if the number is high, like they'll give him the numbers of where he at. They'll go through the medical history. This is everything these professionals told me. They'll go through the medical history, which is very detailed, and they'll give him a number after they do the Doppler test and listen to the pulsation of the arteries. If the numbers are, I think, below 5, they are a candidate. Now, when they listen to it, when they do listen to it, and like I said, the pulsation, because it's a Doppler, you can hear it like an ultrasound. And if it sounds very, very faint, he's a candidate. I asked what could be some of the reasons why blood flow is not getting there. And it was explained to me that sometimes there's plaque buildup along the arteries. And I get that, being in the health and medical field. If there's plaque buildup along the arteries, it makes it hard for blood flow to get through. And I'm going to Let me draw y'all another picture. So let's say this is a blood vessel. Hold on, y'all. Hi, Camille. Camille, you need to call me. So let's say, for instance, this is a blood vessel. See this? I'm not an artist, but watch this. This is a blood vessel, okay? This blood vessel is going to be an artery. Hey, pretty lady. This blood vessel is an artery. I don't have no red. Wait a minute. I might. Let's see if I got it. Oh, hell yeah. I do got them. All right. Because I want y'all to get a good visual of what this is. Now I need. Hold on, y'all. I'm showing y'all something. All right. Now, this is I said I was and I'm not an artist at all. So this is a blood vessel, okay? This is an artery. Now, right across here is the blood vessel and the lining. This right here, where it looks like it's orange, that's supposed to be yellow. That's supposed to represent plaque. Now, if you take a look at, I missed something. Oops. Make it more realistic for you. Now, if you take a look at where this plaque is, this is an artery, blood vessel. Blood is going in. No. All right. Hold on. So blood, these little circles represent red blood cells. They represent red blood cells. Now, take a look at the plaque. This right here is plaque. When there is plaque buildup on any artery in the body, does not matter where it is, we got arteries throughout our entire body. Anytime there is plaque buildup, it makes it hard for the blood cells to travel through that blood vessel. So here is your plaque. And let's say, for instance, this is a blood vessel in the penis, because that's what we're talking about, erectile dysfunction. And what they're saying is that one of the reasons why the men do get erectile dysfunction is because of buildup in the arteries, and there may be plaque buildup. This right here is representing plaque buildup. Look how small the diameter of this artery, this representation of the artery, look how small it is. If I get some white out and I white out all of this yellow that represent plaque, the diameter is bigger. All right, y'all see this? So now I have two. Both is going to represent an artery, a blood vessel, and the penis, because that's what we're talking about. So this one has no plaque buildup. You see how easy and wide the diameter is? There's no plaque. There's nothing that's causing the red blood cells a hard time to get through to that artery, unlike up here. If there is plaque buildup in the artery, it makes it hard for the blood vessels to pass through. And if there's no blood to go through and pass through this artery, you don't have an erection. So, okay. All right, Camille. Gents, you don't have an erection. Ladies, your man don't have an erection because of the plaque build up. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share. Let me see. Now, it was something else I wanted to talk about. Did I talk about? I did. Okay, if for you, anybody who don't know what a Doppler is, it is used with ultrasound gel to listen to whatever pulses is targeted to be detected. And in this case, it is a procedure that is used. What's wrong with this? It is a procedure that is used in response of erectile dysfunction. In other words, vasodilation. Okay. In some places, they use medication. The place where I was being newsy, they don't use medication. They're more all alternative, all naturopathic, and they have a very good success rate from what they say. So that's what I wanted to share with you, ladies and gents, on erectile dysfunction. Now, ladies and gents, if you have this type of health condition and you want to get help, I don't want to put it out there like I'm promoting this company publicly, because I'm not getting nothing for it. It's just that I did this episode like a year and a half ago on one of my episodes, and it's updated health information, because erectile dysfunction is a very serious health condition with men. When I first did the episode, there were men who shared with me that it's an embarrassment, and mentally they want to, but physically they can't. Some men that I talked to said that the medications don't work. And that's the other thing. Thanks for the thumbs up. Said that the medications don't work. Now, when I was at this facility, they explained to me why with some men, the medications do not work. So, I see these commercials out here, the Cialis, the Viagra, and the Levitra. And if you listen to the commercials on TV, it will make you believe like every man is a candidate who has erectile dysfunction, and the problem is going to be solved. And that's not it. When these men go to these facilities, they go through an informative medical background testing. They ask them all kinds of questions about their health. And that's important, because based on that man's health condition, based on the medications he may be taking, based on the results of that Doppler test, he may not be a candidate for this particular type of naturopathic service. I'm just trying to put it in such a polite way as I possibly can. Okay. So just remember what I said. Not just the topic here is erectile dysfunction. Yes. The causes. Yes. Now I know some people like, and y'all probably have heard this too, for men who has ED, you know, there's a saying, if you didn't use that thing so much at the time in your life, maybe you would still be able to pump it up, but you overused it. I don't know how true that is. That I can't say nothing. To me, I'm a scientific person. I'm an analysis person. So I really can't say nothing about that. But that's what people say out in the streets. However, this right here, as far as plaque buildup, this is scientifically proven that there may be plaque buildup in the artery of the penis. And this is how come some men cannot get an erection, because of the thickness of the plaque buildup. If this plaque was not here, this is a representation of plaque. If this plaque was not here, the blood flow would be able to run through smoothly, but not here, because plaque causes vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction meaning the diameter of that blood vessel gets smaller, much smaller, because of plaque buildup. With this alternative treatment, the professional did tell me that this machine that they use helps break up the plaque. In case y'all wonder how does the machine work. Accordingly to the professionals that I spoke with, this machine helps break up. See all this plaque in here? They have a pulsating wave machine that helps break up all this plaque into tiny pieces to open up, meaning vasodilation, to open up this artery, this blood vessel here, so that more blood can pass through. If more blood can pass through, he can get an erection. So it'll look like this compared to looking like this. I got 15 minutes. I have 15 minutes. So if you want to know where you can make an appointment, get your mans some help, or gentlemen, if this is you and you want to make an appointment to get you some help, this is going to be uploaded to the Sador YouTube, to the Sador radio station YouTube channel. I will put in there where you can go get the help. Okay. So if this pertains to you, this is, you know what, ladies and gents, this is such a serious health condition with men. When I first did this episode and I had uploaded it on my YouTube channel, one of the comments that I got on my YouTube channel was, "Thank you for doing this episode. Not enough conversation is talked about it." So I don't know where this gentleman was from, but I said, "Thank you for the review." So if it's him, how many other men other than the men I talk to that also has ED? I have a colleague. Now y'all gonna say, "Carol, you so far-fetched," but no, I'm not far-fetched. I have a colleague, I'm not mentioning no names. I have a colleague that helps men with their ED. And when this colleague, I'm not going to say he or she, so y'all don't pass no judgment. When this colleague told me about what they do, they did say, Carol, I'm going to tell you something, but don't judge me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to judge you. It's not me to judge. It's not for me to judge. So what this colleague, matter of fact, there's two of them. Now that I think about it, but this one particular colleague that I'm talking about, what they do, I'm watching my words carefully here, what they do is they work with the prostate. That's what they said. They work with the prostate. I did not, they went into detail about how, but I'm not going into detail here about how, okay? They work with the prostate, and what process that they do with the prostate, they are having success rates with these men. Non-invasive, from what I understand, and what they do is they tell the men the same thing that this facility tell men. What? Pause. Huh? I don't have none. I gotta go to the store get some. Close my door, please. That's my baby, y'all. That's my grandbaby. So I'm trying to make sure you close my door because these conversations is not for little ears. Okay. So the facility has success, and these two colleagues I know that do it have a good success rate. Now, what's common is both of my colleagues and the facility, they give specific instructions to these men, and that is go home and have sex. And when I was at this facility and the professional told me this, I said, and why would you tell them after you just use this machine on them to go home and take care of business, indulge in the adult art? And the professional said, because the more they engage, the more activity with treatment, the longer the staying power of the erection naturally, because that muscle, keep this in mind, y'all, the penis is a muscle. Yes, it is. It's a muscle. So that muscle hasn't been used, and we want that muscle to get used. And one way the muscle get used is that they have to engage. Okay? That's what I was told. So there's certain things that I want to do. Let me do this because this stems from this morning, and anytime I go live, I try to take care of this like now because I am live. So I want to give a shout out to Shay Marie, Cece, Sadia, Cynthia, Michael, Shakia, Lakeisha, April, Tiana, Teresa, Mr. Sador Radio himself, Mark 5, Carolyn Jones, Bootsy, Azimoya, Paul, Keith, Pathfinder, Tony, hey Tony, and Kimberly. So I wanted to give a shout out, and Keith McBride. Did I miss anybody? Pamela, Raheem, and Miss Sadia. So I want to give a shout out to everybody that responded to my good morning this morning. And I normally do that when I go live. I meant to do it first thing when I came on and went live, but I got straight into what we're doing here. And here, I want to give a shout out to Camille, and it was somebody else that had tuned in. Anyway, if you catch this on a replay, just type in replay. If you know someone who has this type of health condition, share the broadcast. If you know someone who has this type of health condition, share the broadcast so these individuals can go and get help. You have been watching and listening to the Let's Talk with Carolyn radio show on Sador Radio. And this will be uploaded to the Sador Radio YouTube channel. And in there, I am going to post the facility where I went and got this information from, because it's very, it's private, everybody. It's a sensitive subject and it's private, and privacy is important. So I don't want to put it out here like this, but when I upload it to the YouTube Sador Radio channel, and this is also going to be put on Amazon Fire Stick, on my channel on Amazon Fire Stick. So it will be uploaded there. So that's what I have for right now. Radio Land, don't go nowhere. I got some house music for you. Facebook, I cannot play my house music. I cannot play music on here. So I'm going to log off. And I want to say thank you for tuning in. Hopefully this information was informative, and it is meant for the people that it is meant for. If it is not meant for you, it's okay, because it doesn't apply to everybody. It just applies to those that have this type of medical or health condition. Take care, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If you watch the replay, please type in replay. If you share the broadcast, I thank you for sharing the broadcast. Anybody that has tuned in with me on the Sador Radio for this episode of Erectile Dysfunction, I thank you for tuning in with me. And each and every time that you tune in with me, I appreciate it very much. Stay safe, stay blessed up, and keep your social distance. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you on my next live stream. Bye-bye. Radio Land, don't go nowhere.